Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So I manage the SEO strategy for one of my clients, and I also have access to their Google Ads account. And I was reviewing their search terms report, and I noticed a keyword that was not part of our SEO strategy because SEMrush this is only 110 searches a month, so I kind of overlooked it. But from a paid search perspective, it was driving a lot of conversions for my client. So I added that to the SEMrush daily keyword tracker. So 60 days ago, we were positioned 21. That's page 3 of Google in the very top. No one goes there. Now, today we're in the AI overview. We've been consistently there now for a few days, which is leading to more leads for my client that serves a national audience. So I'm going to walk you through what I'm seeing in my thought process. So to start, I use SEMrush to track the keywords on a daily basis. Well, I've redacted the URL and the keywords, but I look at this actually from a macro view. So a lot of times, for my clients, I look at your keyword rankings over time. So I'm not really too fixated on a how one day did versus the other. I look at the overall trend. So I can see the top pages are improving via their estimated traffic. And that's actually really critical because in GA4, I can see that if you can send more people to this particular target landing page, they're going to convert. So for me, I'm really focused on getting better rankings for the target pages that convert for my client because ultimately that's all they care about as well. Now, this is more of a top funnel, but still plays the same role. So, traffic to their website from organic search, 2026 versus 2025, we're up 32%, which is great. All the other metrics are kind of just whatever, but the key events is actually kind of important because, like, that's the main goal that we're tracking. So, for them, we actually configured their GA4 to only track the main goal on their website. So, we're not counting page views or anything else like that. This is the main goal. They're up over 70% from a year-over-year basis. So traffic's up 30%, but events though for them are up 70 plus percent. That's really critical. That's why I always talk about this. That don't worry too much about the search volume for particular keywords. You just want to get more high-quality traffic into the landing pages because if they convert, ultimately that's the goal. Not so much about how much traffic we can drive to the website. Another view is that within Google Search Console, I can see again from Google, we're driving more traffic. I didn't include Bing, but Bing actually had a kind of a similar view as well. So we're getting more traffic within Google and Bing as well. I just want to kind of share that with how they are doing there. Okay. So what was done? Starting in the top left. So I used the search terms report in Google. So I managed Google Ads for several of my different clients, also Microsoft Advertising too. And this really helps with my SEO strategy because a lot of times when a client will come out and say, okay, here's some keywords I want you to go after, we'll do some keyword research together. Sometimes you get stuck because you're not really sure what else you can do next. But with that Google Ads search term report, you're going to get really keyword rich data that doesn't always show up all the time within SEMrush. So I found this keyword, it was converting, it doesn't get a ton of traffic, but it converts. And I noticed that we were on page 3 of Google, that therefore I wanted to work on it. So next I use SEMrush to view the expected search volume. Again, it was very little. I always believe that SEMrush and like all the other tools under reports. So I'm never shy to go after keywords that might have only 90 searches a month or 110. In my mind, there's always more search volume than just that. Next, I added that keyword to the daily keyword tracker in Google and also Bing. Got that baseline where position 21. Next, I created a new dedicated landing page on their website about this particular phrase. Again, because when I saw over time, hey, one of our other pages is probably not going to rank for this keyword. Therefore, we need to create a new page and there won't be any keyword cannibalization. All right, middle row. I added internal links throughout their website to help with indexing. That's actually really important, especially from a Google perspective, that you have to add more links throughout your website for Google to crawl to then find this new page to then index. Next, from a technical perspective, I added this new page to the XML sitemap. And also within Google and Bing, I submitted the page on a daily basis until they both got indexed. Bing is pretty quick. Bing, I think, was like a day. Google took a few days. And that's actually what I've been noticing for all my clients, that Bing is pretty quick when it comes to indexing. It seems like Google is taking a little bit longer, but it is what it is. Next, so I use ChatGPT, I pay for that, and also Copilot to review the top competing websites for this particular phrase. So this one's a little complicated, and I'll probably record a video about this, but I spend a lot of time using ChatGPT to understand the analysis part because it's almost like it's basically like having like a virtual assistant where I can see kind of the analysis that comes up with me. It's not saying, hey, here's the next 5 SEO steps you should take, but it's more about when I look at this and say, okay, is there a dedicated landing page? Is there images? Is there video? Do they have reviews? What are some gaps maybe I can actually, create for my client to potentially outrank the competition, which I did. Another part is that I added images with proper alt tags. So a lot of times I see clients will reuse images across their website. I actually re-download them, save them as the target keyword that I want to go after, and then add that to the alt tag. And of course, there's more than just that. I'll go up to the very top. I think this is the only thing that really matters is this view. So again, a lot of times clients will reach out to me and we'll go over keyword strategy and they'll say, oh, it's only 110 searches a month. Is this even worth it to go after? Because you think, okay, 110, and at best you're getting, like a third of these clicks. It's not really like that. It's just that SEMrush underreports a lot of these keywords. But I can see though that as this keyword has been increasing, it's the last few days, this one particular keyword alone, and I'm seeing it within the targeted landing pages. They're all increasing with estimated traffic. I am seeing that within this view over here, which is the weekly view within Google Search Console. I'm seeing a little more traffic that's taking place. Again, this is just one keyword, but it's the entire strategy that I've been doing with them. So going after this keyword, but all the other keywords as well. It's the same thought process. Track them within SEMrush. Use ChatGPT and Copilot to review the top competitors. Make changes from both a web perspective, but also an technical, and then see if we can get to page one and then get traffic, and then move on to the next. But anyway, I hope this video might spark some ideas what you guys can do for your business. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, have a good rest of your day.